ready to weigh in.
Nice. You're right, mate. You're looking a bit nippy.
Do you know what? It's this.
Here, let's let them talk. Normally, I would be streaming this, but also this was a good chance for me to do something different. Got a copyright strike from fucking Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, of all people, so I can't stream this week, but I'm actually kind of looking forward to doing something different. So what we're going to be doing is you're going to be seeing a lot of jump cuts as we're going to be covering this weigh-in here for Billy Joe Saunders, WBA 168-pound champion versus Martin Murray. A fight that's what, like fucking 3 years too old or too late. Either way, I have been here watching and covering all the fight week stuff. You know, for example, Billy Joe Saunders, Martin Murray, and all the fighters had a Zoom call. That shit was like fucking 3 hours long. What was that, Monday? Watched the final press conference yesterday, and now here we are for the weigh-in. And let me tell you something. I thought this fight was Saturday, meaning I thought that this weigh-in was going to be about 24 hours or so from now. So let me tell you what we're going to be doing before we skip around. I'm interested in the card. For one, I want to see Shannon Courtenay. I like Shannon Courtenay. Is that a crime? You know? This is her first fight back since losing to Rachel Ball in the fight where I think her lack of discipline in the fight is what caused her. Then we're going to see a potential number 168-pound mandatory with Zach Parker versus a Cesar Nunez. And James Tennyson returns versus Josh O'Reilly. Not sure if I'm really going to cover that fight. In fact, where's James Tennyson ranked? What division is he fighting in now? Is he fighting in 135, right? Or 140? I think he's fighting at 135. Let's see where he's ranked. Well, anyway, you're going to be seeing me jumping around doing a bunch of jump cuts and shit. So until we get to the first weigh-in that we're going to be covering here on this video, which will be Shannon Courtenay versus Dorota, Nurek, I guess we're going to be jumping around until, damn it, they couldn't give the poor girl a picture by now. I mean, for crying out loud, they got Rachel Ball, hers. Here, let's see Rachel's picture. Look, fight ready. Fight ready. So they even got Dorota, you know. But anyway, we're also going to be listening to post weigh-in interviews from the Sky Sports stream. So hang in there. Please subscribe. Like the video on TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe. How come, what is it about the UK fight?
127.6 pounds for Donte the Problem Dixon.
That y'all love, like the club music.
A little bit to spare there for Dixon as he slowly adjusts and makes his way down to what he thinks will be the 100 card, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was last one.
Yeah, so Zach Parker's impressed. Obviously, he's over here with the Southamptons team.
I'm interested in the Zach Parker guy.
Well. No, they really rave about him, and they've got they had a good crop of sort of German guys from middleweight up to light heavyweight. And for me, of their stable of guys around that weight, he was always the standout prospect.
Parker's very good. Very, very good. The way he took Murdoch out, it was so precise and calculated, boxed so well throughout, and then, you know, sort of, in the, what was it, the 10th, 11th round?
I think it was the 11th round.
Let me put my headphones on.
He took Murdoch out with a beautiful shot, and it was just a very good win, and yeah, a very good fighter, and definitely one to watch. And he's not far from, you know, something very big. He's got to take care of business here.
So this it's a WBO Eliminator. Parker's now number 2. He's 4 with the IBF as well. So yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting. Of course, had that fight himself with Darryl Williams.
Yeah, what I was saying is I'm very interested in Zach Parker. If he wins, he'll be the mandatory for Billy Joe. Hold on. Let's go full screen.
Rounds for the vacant WBO International Super-Middleweight Championship. This bout is being brought to you courtesy of Matchroom Boxing in association with Team Sauerland. Introducing up first to the stage, 17 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw. He's got 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Presentando de Pamplona, Comunidad Foral de Navarra, España. He fights out of Pamplona, Spain. Please welcome the former Spanish middleweight champion, Cesar Bam Bam Nunez.
Cesar
I've never seen
Nunez
this guy fight
Pamplona
before.
in Spain. He was competitive against Vincent Feigen, but
Berlanga, I probably did.
Eventually being ground down in the 8th.
And he fought
Very
Feigen
solid,
boots.
very strong. He's not the snappiest puncher, but you can see from the way he punches, there's weight behind his punches. He's studying, and he's going to be the one on the front foot in this.
100%. He's stocky, he's aggressive, and always loading up. He will definitely try
167.7 pounds for Nunez.
Yeah, I've seen this guy fight before.
167.7. Everybody has made weight so far.
Yep.
I don't want to jinx it, but that's nice.
Well, you should have waited till after, mate.
Sorry, mate. What are you weighing?
Yeah, so Zach Parker is...
I dare tell you, mate. I dare check, actually.
210 pounds.
Ranked.
And now his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the stage, undefeated as a professional, 19-0, 13 big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Derby, he's the former British super-middleweight champion, ranked #1 in the world by the WBO, and the reigning and undefeated WBO Intercontinental super-middleweight champion. Please welcome Zach Parker.
BoxRec maybe not updated all the way yet.
Darren, this is courtesy of Craig Scott, actually, from a brilliant article he wrote on Parker a little while ago. He's from the village of Swaddling, Courtenay, Burton-on-Trent, home to Jack Bedell, former ABA heavyweight champ, fought Henry Cooper twice, beat Brian London, beat Joe Bugner, passed away about 4 years ago now. So in terms of that village, he's about the most famous boxer from that village, and Parker really, I think, wants to try and supersede him, add to that history. Of course, we know his dad fought Chris Eubank in the late 80s too. So for a small village, they've not done half bad, have they?
They haven't. They haven't at all. They've got a little gem.
167 pounds, bang on for Zach Parker, 167.
Big for super middle, isn't he?
He's massive. He's a very good fighter. He really is. I'm excited to.
So here, let's meet right there. As I said, he's ranked very high by the WBO. Canelo's ranked #1, so maybe BoxRec is not up to date. I mean, boxing scenes rankings are not up to date yet. I'm working on getting my website, FightView360.com, updated. I'm sorry. Listen, running all this it takes a toll on you. So take your time out, like the video. We got 2 more, or is it 3 more weigh-ins we're going to be showing? The Shannon Courtenay fight, James Tennyson, and then, of course, the main event, Billy Joe Saunders, Martin Murray. So this is going on live real time for me, but for you guys, you're seeing this. I'm uploading this directly after it's over. You know, and to be honest with you, I kind of like covering it like this, you know, being able to do jump cuts and all that. So what we're going to do also, what I have is up on here. Let's go up full screen. It's a little bit, my bad. It's a little bit delayed, but that's the Sky Sports version. And we're going to be listening for Zach Parker's post weigh-in interview that he's about to have with Sky Sports right now as this is muted. Let's turn this up. So once again, on my side, this is all real time. You guys, I'm uploading this directly after the weigh-in itself is over. So yeah, jump cut. Please subscribe.
A quick word with you. Good to see you again. We keep crossing paths in the bubble. That's what happens, isn't it?
It's not all close knitting, isn't it? So
it is. What's it like, sort of being around your opponent? It's a different sort of setup, and you just got to keep focused and your mind switched on.
Yeah. Obviously, like when you're eating dinner and that, they're literally sitting right next to us. So yeah, just got to keep focused and keep focused about the night. And
it's a little bit of delay between both of the Sky and Matchroom streams.
A good record and some form into this fight, and obviously it's like a banana skin for you. You're so close, aren't you, to getting that world title shot? So you must make sure
they're weighing in the girls.
Take care of business Friday.
Yeah, 100%. That's why everyone's calling it the banana skin fight. That's why, especially in these lockdown ones, you've seen people lose. The underdog wins, so yeah, I've got to be 100%.
115.9 pounds for Nurek.
Okay.
Is get the W and then sit back and watch Billy Joe Saunders and Martin Murray and keep your fingers crossed that you get that shot early in the new year.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully get the win, and then watch ringside and then pick some points out and hopefully get that fight next.
Zach, we wish you well. Go and have another meal near your opponent.
Perfect timing. All right. So Shannon Courtenay is moving down in weight?
And her opponent now making her way to the stage. 5 victories, 1 defeat, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Watford, ladies and gentlemen, Shannon.
I like this girl, I ain't gonna lie.
Assassin Courtenay.
And not in a thirsty type of way.
Courtenay.
Where is it? Y'all love that club music over there. That shit do be dumping though.
But Darren, we talked about making adjustments after that defeat. One of the adjustments she did make was to move down to Surrey Monday to Friday during fight week, and she said that's taken a huge amount of pressure off her legs because of course you're not sitting for an hour driving there and back each day, and she said her performance has been so much better since then. She's felt more confident and she's been sparring better.
117.9 pounds for Shannon Courtenay.
And there she is, absolutely bang on the weight there.
Like I say, when I see her this morning, she checked her weight, and that was first thing. It was about 8 o'clock this morning, and it's sometimes harder than you think weighing in bang on the weight in the morning, because you think to yourself, well, can I have half a cup of tea? Can I have a little bit of water? You're never quite sure how to gauge it, but one thing's for sure, she'll be over the moon that she made the weight. And one thing we know about Shannon Courtenay is she brings it. She loves to fight, and she wants to right that wrong. She wants to really achieve big things in this sport. Feisty, aggressive, and a very
Courtenay
pleasing
v.
style to
Nurek,
watch.
8 rounds, bantamweights.
Well, Fatima Djeva was the one person to hand Dorota and Nurek a loss. It was a good.
I don't really know too much about the girl that she's fighting. I mean, I guess I'm not supposed to, right? You know, this girl, Dorota Nurek from Poland. I was sure wish they box rec get a picture of her up there. You know, so I guess we're going to wait for the post-fight, the post-weigh-in interview from Sky, and then they're going to weigh in James Tennyson next, right? Let's take Richard Ball down from here. So, once again, please subscribe, jump cut.
Let's have a quick word with Shannon. Just drop back a little bit, Shannon, with the old social distancing. I know you want to rehydrate yourself. You're looking terrific shape. You're lighter. Do you feel better?
I feel fantastic. I genuinely feel like I'm in the best shape of my life.
Do you think you need to be now? Obviously, it's such a great time for women's boxing. There's so many opportunities that could present themselves next year for you if you get through Friday night.
The key is win this, stay ready, don't go mad over Christmas, stay in shape like I am now, so I'm always prepared. So when a phone call comes on there, I'm ready. Next year is title collecting.
Do you feel pressure on your shoulders, or is this a time where you can relax and enjoy your boxing and go out and do what you do best? Because she's tough, the Pitbull.
I'm tough. I'm tough. Listen, we'll see what happens tomorrow. There's always pressure on every fight, but I enjoy pressure.
We love the attitude. Shannon Courtenay, thank you very much. Off she goes to rehydrate before tomorrow.
134.3 pounds for O'Reilly.
Really unassuming character, Josh O'Reilly, isn't he? You know, calm, collective, relaxed, but trust me, he can fight. He's got the style to cause Tennyson lots of problems, I think, Chris.
Yeah, I was speaking to a guy called Matt Ross.
Who cuts this man hair? Is this the style over there?
He said the same thing, very quiet, very calm, but don't be under any illusions. He'll be ready.
What do you call this style that James Tennyson has? Like, I just find that to be a horrid style, you know? But I'm a bald-ass motherfucker, so can't really count what I say, I guess, right?
Knockout. He's the former British, Commonwealth, European, and WBA International Champion, and the former World Title Challenger. Here's the hard-hitting charge from Belfast, Northern Ireland, James, the Assassin Tennyson.
So a world title eliminator with the WBA for James Tennyson from the Belfast Cronk, newly crowned British champion, to
135
add to his
by the
Commonwealth
way.
and European titles at Fight Camp with a destructive performance over Murphy's tough Gavin Gwynn. Knockout wins over Atif Shafiq, Craig Evans and Gwynn too. Shafiq only lasted a couple, but Evans and Gwynn took
134.8 pounds for Tennyson.
Perfect.
So
and,
he's fighting.
Tell you what, Darren, he will blow up something chronic overnight.
So he's fighting to be Tank Davis's mandatory at 135 pounds for the bullshit WBA belt. Remember, Teofimo Lopez has the real one. Fucking WBA makes me sick. By the way, you may remember James Tennyson from his fight a couple of years ago with Tevin Farmer, October of 2018. Since then, he's on a 5-fight winning streak where he stopped all 5 of his opponents at 135 pounds. Nice. Nice. So we're going to listen to his interview from, let's see.
The Assassin, Eddie's... Hofkin. Here's James Tennyson, guided by Mark Don.
Oh, okay, I was going to say we're waiting for his interview from Sky Sports. As I told you, the Sky Sports stream is for some reason on a delay. So, but whatever. Anyway, please like the video, subscribe. Doing something a little different here. Yes, as you can see at the time up here. What's that mean? Like fucking Alexa, what time is it in London?
In London, it's 1:31 p.m.
See? So I'm real time. But, you know, I'm uploading this directly after it's over. So it's kind of like I'm live, I guess. We are doing jump cuts. We are real time, you know. So we're waiting for Tennyson to head over to, damn it, wrong screen, to speak to Adam Smith and hear what he has to say about being the mandatory for, this is an eliminator to be the mandatory, or is it, did he say final eliminator? I think he did. Fucking WBA makes me so sick. So anyway, the main event, Billy Joe Saunders and Martin Murray's up next. I wouldn't be surprised if Martin Murray wins or Billy Joe Saunders ends up looking like shite, you know?
Let's just have a word with Josh, if he can. You just come over there, Josh, just behind the line there.
Oh, they're interviewing both of the fighters. All right, let's listen in.
I know it's complicated.
No disrespect
all these
to Josh.
COVID restrictions. How are you enjoying it in the bubble? How's it been this week over from Canada?
It's been great.
Canada.
Really
Canada.
Most 5 weeks.
Canada in the house.
Having to sell tickets and all this stupid shit, so it's been good.
Unbeaten in 16, of course. What can we expect from you tomorrow night? We know all about James Tennyson. What are you going to give us?
It's going to be an entertaining fight, man. Tune in. Plan to outbox him early on and chip away at him and then try and take him out late.
And you've obviously got world title ambitions of your own, so it's a vital night for you. You've never been on this sort of a platform before. Do you think this is what you've relished and this is what it's all about, your long career so far?
Of course, man. That's what everyone's trying to get to. It's a huge stage, and I'm happy to be here.
Josh, we wish you well. Thanks very much for talking to us. Josh O'Reilly, James Tennyson, tomorrow night. Excuse the language there. Gales, Saunders, Murray.
They are about to do the main event, so sorry, James Tennyson.
Middleweight championship of the world. Introducing up first to the stage, the challenger.
Once again, do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe. We're going to be here after the fight, of course, with the videos. With the weigh-ins you're seeing me cover now, you can expect a post-fight video for each of these. It's going to be tomorrow on The Zone and Sky Sports Fight Night.
The former Commonwealth, the former WBC Silver and interim WBA Middleweight Champion. Friday night, he'll be making his 5th attempt at a world title. Please welcome Martin Murray.
Damn shame what they did to him in Argentina.
13 years as a pro, Darren, he's been going overlapping your era and fought a couple of the same people that you did as well, and was very, very unlucky. Do you think if he had won a world title, he would still be going? Or do you think there's still some closure left?
So, and I think even if he was to win on Friday night,
167.4 pounds for Martin Murray, 167.4.
Whereas he's had a great career, one of the toughest men out there. You know, we see that against Golovkin. What a beast! And I think, yeah, if he was to win this, cause the upset, I don't think we'd see him fight again. What an end to a great career that would be.
Yeah, absolutely, and of course people make their own judgments, and in many people's eyes, in most people's eyes, he is a one, if not two-time world champion at this weight.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage.
I think
Friday
Billy Joe
night,
gonna have to get
he'll
naked.
be appearing in his 7th world title fight. He'll be making his 2nd defense of his super middleweight title. He's a southpaw. He's undefeated. His professional record, 29 victories, no defeats. He has 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Hatfield, London, England, here's the former middleweight champion of the world and the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO super middleweight champion of the world, Billy Joe Saunders.
What an 11-year pro himself, Darren, but he's undefeated, pushed hard though by a number of decent British fighters, John Ryder, Chris Eubank Jr., Andy Lee, a fantastic fight, of course, which he was victorious in. As Martin Murray got the style to trouble him at 38 years of age now, and which version of Billy Joe Saunders turns up tomorrow night are huge unknowables and determining factors of the outcome of this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he's got to go through the gears, Martin Murray, if he's got any chance of winning this fight. Billy Joe looks in great shape there. He really does.
You know he's been working hard when he's got abs.
167.3 pounds for the defending champion, Billy
Phenomenal
Joe
shape.
Saunders.
Phenomenal
now with Mark
shape.
Tibbs as well, of course, and as I said to you
I keep
yesterday,
forgetting.
I still remember them getting the weight off.
I keep forgetting this is 168, not 160. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about before we listen to his both of their post-fight, post-weigh-in interviews from Sky Sports. You know, Billy Joe Saunders, I'm a huge Billy Joe Saunders guy. I've been covering him on YouTube since, let me see, Gerald Fletcher. That's the first Billy Joe Saunders fight I ever covered on YouTube. I covered all of these. I'm talking about when I had the, bootleg illegal streams. Fucking, what was that? Box Nation back in the day, I believe it was. You know, I was extremely, over the hill and ecstatic when I covered when he defeated Eubank Jr., when he defeated David Lemieux. And now, look how long ago that was. You know, the nasal spray. You know, he was supposed to get Golovkin. He didn't look too good against... he didn't look good at all against the Wolverine, Ankavov. And that pretty much cost him the Canelo fight for the most part. Then he was going to look like he was getting the Canelo fight. Then COVID hit. So now, you talk about a guy whose back is against the wall, who's got to really, really show us something. Let's listen into his post-weigh-in interview.
The middleweights and super middleweight division. A couple of years.
He's got to do something. Fans are frustrated. And more importantly, he's running out of time. I mean, think about it, right? Esteban Asufi, whatever his doggone name is. Adamu before that. That Adamu fight was a dark match. I remember that. You know? And how old is Billy Joe now? 31 years old. The time is now. And the thing is, he has all the skills. But for whatever reason, I'm glad that he is getting a fight, though, to be fair, that he is getting out this year. Even though, people may say that, Martin Murray is long in the tooth. Still, nonetheless, it's still solid opponent. It's just that some are going to say Martin Murray's best days are behind him. Many are going to say that. But we're waiting for his interview with Sky. Let's turn it up. He knows, though. He's self-aware.
Billy, if you just stay there.
Yeah? I'm here to rock and roll.
You're here to rock and roll. You look in terrific shape. So does Martin Murray. Plenty of respect between the pair of you. You're two excellent professionals, and you're ready to rumble.
Listen, we're both in good shape. We're both looking ready for we're both obviously clearly looking ready for the fight. So let's give the fans what they want. A good dust-up, a good scrap. Let's have it.
You've heard the name Martin Murray for so long, sort of connected with you at various times. You've studied him a lot. I noticed that at the press conference you were reeling out, his fights after fights, so you know him well. What do you expect from him tomorrow?
Listen, I expect the best. Martin Murray, 4-time world title challenger. So I expect the best from Martin Murray, and it's going to be a good fight, like I say. Third time lucky. He's coming to win. I'm coming to win. So the fight fans, tune in, ready to watch Sky Sports and still.
Sometimes, Billy, finally, we see the best of Billy Joe Saunders. Sometimes you're flattered to deceive. What are we going to get Friday?
I've got a woman waiting for me now up there, so I have to leave Sky where they're at right now. They're waiting. Finish me off. God bless you.
Billy, there's always something with Billy Joe Saunders. And there's Mark Tibbs as well. We'll bring Martin Murray in. Martin, looking in terrific shape. Obviously, this is a great opportunity for you. Can you do it at the 5th time? I mean, no one would begrudge that. Everyone will be celebrating, certainly in St Helens.
Yeah, no one's expecting it, but me, my team, everyone back home, my family, we all know how hard I've worked for this, and I know it's my time. I'm ready for it. I've trained the best I've trained in years, if not the best camp I've ever had. I've made the weight the best I've ever made it, and I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go.
You look in brilliant condition. Do you believe at super middleweight that there's going to be a slight difference there? Because obviously Billy Joe's come up. He hasn't really shone in the 12-stone brigade yet. Are you going to take it to him from the opening bell and really test him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I will do. We know that's the way to beat Billy Joe. But, he's going to be expecting that as well. I know he's expecting me to jump down his throat. So I've got a good boxing brain as well. I've been in the game a long time. So yeah, we've got a good game plan, and we're confident it's going to work.
All those years ago when we were in Germany for Felix Sturm, obviously you were
9 years ago.
9 years ago yesterday, and it's gone so quick, hasn't it? Sergio Martinez, obviously you nearly won, you should have won out in Argentina. It hasn't worked out for you at that pinnacle, at that final level. Do you think all the sort of stars, the moon, everything aligns Friday night?
Everything definitely, and I've never. you know, you look back in hindsight, you've got to take them opportunities when they come. You know, I've always said when I turn pro, I'd go anywhere for anybody. The opportunities come up. I was set up as Cannon for a relay, you know what I mean? It was set up to fail. I've got a proper chance here. You know, all I've wanted is a fair crack at the whip, and I've got it tomorrow.
Martin, wish you well. Go and rehydrate. Great to see you. Fantastic, Martin Murray. I'll just wind up the weigh-in show just with Jamie Moore, my old friend. Good to see you, Jamie. And Martin seems in a fantastic place.
Hello,
you've worked
Jamie.
with him for so long, obviously under the great late Oliver Harrison as well. There's a lot of emotions that are going around because Oliver would have been so proud of this. And Martin looks ready to go.
Yeah, he is. Obviously, he's had them opportunities before, and he's been on the wrong end of some decisions. You know, not had a fair crack of the whip. We're just glad it's in Britain this time, and you know, hopefully he can go in there and perform the way he's been doing in the gym, because if he does what he's done in the gym tomorrow night, he's going to win the fight. And you know, as I've said this week, we know how big a task it is against Billy Joe. We're not underestimating him by any stretch of the imagination. He's made the weight great, which could have been a question, so that sort of takes that little bit of an edge maybe away from us. But I'm not really relying on Billy Joe. I'm relying on Martin Murray, and like I say, he's fell short a couple of times, but I've just got a feeling tomorrow night's his night.
We like this sort of fight, don't we? Take your Martin Murray hat off for a moment, but it's two, you know, really, really good British fighters. It's a world title fight. They've nearly met before. There's a lot of respect between the pair of them. They look in tremendous shape too. You know, it's a proper fight.
Of course it is, and Marty's still relevant, still been active, still been boxing at a good level, and you know, he's 38, but you tell me one person in the country who will begrudge Martin Murray a fight, knowing what he's been through in the past, knowing those heartbreaking moments when he should have won a world title, especially in Argentina, and he's walked away without it. No, if he can lift that title tomorrow night, no one in the country will begrudge him.
Thanks, Jamie. Get back to you, man. Let's just bring Eddie in for a final summing up. If we can get you off your phone, you're probably trying to find a cruiserweight for.
We gotta listen to all this.
I spoke to the WBO, and they're happy with the procedure that we anticipated, which is the next available guy gets the shot at the world title against Lerrone Richards. So we go down the rankings now, and that's what I was just texting about. And you know, I'll keep you all informed. Follow me on social media at Eddie Hearn. Like and subscribe, or whatever you have to do.
That's why you've kept your phone clear from the people that want the tickets for AJ. It's because
you've already posted my interview saying if you want tickets, don't call me. So I've just retweeted that, and hopefully my phone will get quiet now. So no, lots to do, but enjoyed that. And listen, I was here listening to Jamie Moore, and if you're around the Martin Murray camp, you know, you really feel like they have a great chance on Friday. But what you do know is they will give it everything to try and beat Billy Joe Saunders. I thought Billy Joe Saunders looked fantastic on the scales.
Agree with you.
It's hard sometimes when a fighter moves up a weight division, isn't it, to think, wow, you were 8 pounds lighter for most of your career. It doesn't look like he's got 8 pounds to give. He looks like a real super middleweight now. So Murray, the bigger man though, I thought, you know, in the face-off, but just so many questions to be answered on Friday night. You know, does Murray still have it in him? Will he lay everything on the line? Can Billy Joe put in the performance that we all need and we all want to see? I think in that environment, as we said, anything can happen. Don't rule out anything tomorrow night other than a lot of fun.
And every single fighter looks in tremendous condition as well, you know, up and down the card. You saw James Tennyson looking brilliant, Shannon Courtenay at the new weight. Real opportunities for all of them.
Yeah, and this is the platform. You know, this is the opportunity. As I said earlier, you've got to go out there, you've got to take this opportunity with both hands. I think Shannon Courtenay's got a really tough fight. I mean, anyone that hasn't watched Dorota Nurek, she's a handful. She's actually a bit of a nightmare to fight. She has an MMA background. She comes in, she likes to smother, she likes to fight on the inside.
You're not making it easy for Shannon or for Loss.
Listen, to be honest with you, I won't lie. I wanted an easier opponent. But, you know, we had a last-minute withdrawal at the end of last week. Dorota came in. Style-wise, it's not ideal. This is a really tough fight, especially when you're lacking in confidence after the Rachel Ball fight. So, but Shannon Courtenay just shows you that, you know, to lose that 8 or 9 pounds that she's coming like, she looks fantastic. She looks like she's weighing in for a fight. You know, you see a lot of these fighters come in, and I thought Josh O'Reilly looked fantastic as well. James Tennyson looked strong, but O'Reilly in great nick, and, you know, I think we're going to get some great fights tomorrow night, and I think we're going to get a couple of surprises as well.
Eddie, thanks very much. That's it, the weigh-in all tidied up. Friday night, not Saturday, remember, this week, December the 4th. Top.
Yeah, and remember, you know, we're going to be here. If you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, Canelo Alvarez and Callum Smith is fighting in just 2 weeks on the Zone. I don't know. We don't know if the vacant WBC 168-pound title's on the line. It's not just the WBA and the Ring magazine. And Billy Joe Saunders wants that winner. He doesn't really want Zach Parker. Zach Parker would have to take some step-aside money. But let me get up out of here. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Of course, we're going to be here tomorrow covering these fights. Please subscribe, like the video, and follow me on Twitter at TstreeT4Life. The link is right down below in the description box.